All right, let's kick things off with rule number 1, make it happen.
When I first got into making music, it came kind of together when I downloaded the program first. That was the music I could make in the program. Before that, I didn't really listen to much electronic music at all.
Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes.
It was all about house blogs. I was always on those websites just to get the latest music to kind of get inspired, really. I, in turn, thought that why not try to send my songs to these house blogs and see, if they can promote it or if they can, release it.
So wake me up when it's all over.
My manager, he messaged me on Facebook and just said that he, came across my music and wanted to, meet up because he had a couple of ideas. That's when it kind of started getting real. I wanted to do music professionally, like as a career.
Rule number 2 is give it your all.
Try to figure out what you're most passionate about in life and what you're good at, and the mixture between those two, and then you should give it your all the time. You have to work really hard. If you want to get anywhere with whatever you do, if you work hard enough, you're going to succeed. And that's almost a fact. I've seen it so many times.
Rule number 3, just get started.
How has the game changed with technology in music?
Well, I mean, you don't really need anything anymore. You need your computer. that's all you need. You don't need any keyboards. You don't need anything to produce. If you know the program, like good quality music, And then obviously, you're gonna have to, you have to know melodies, and not everyone can learn that. But it's definitely made it easier for so many people to get into this and get started with it, and a lot of people maybe that before couldn't afford or didn't want to risk buying hardware for thousands of dollars because they didn't know if they could produce or not. But now it's like all for pretty much nothing. You can just download it and it's amazing.
Things like GarageBand, for example.
Exactly, yeah. Or any of the there's so many programs, and it's all about how you work with the program as well. So no, it's just amazing how easy it is to get started now.
Rule number 4 is find your path.
I actually just downloaded my sequencer one night when I was at my parents' cottage in like on our summer vacation thing, and I had nothing to do, and I had trying to play the guitar and stuff like that for 2 years, but I never got really good at it. And then I read on the internet about a program where you could paint your melodies. I'm like, gosh, this is cool. So I kind of downloaded that and tried doing a remix of an old track called Lazy Jones or Cancraft 400, combination. That one. So I tried to do a remix of that one, and it ended up not really being a remix, just an original. And then I kind of got stuck from that. Because it's so cold in Sweden for 8 months out of 12, so there's not that much to do. So you're kind of forced to find something to do. And I think DJing and production is the perfect thing for people kind of escape from the Swedish winter in a way. And because everyone has this dream to be able to travel the world, and since we've had so many people coming from Sweden who has been successful already, it doesn't feel that far-fetched to be able to make it, you know what I mean? Because people like Steve Angelo, Sebastian Grosso, Axwell, all of these other house producers have already made it. So it's so easy for people to be like, I could do that as well, you know what I mean? I think that's why there's so many people doing it in Sweden.
Rule number 5, laugh at critics.
What do you think of detractors that attempt to claim your sound is too mainstream?
I mean, everyone has their own music taste. I don't know. I haven't changed my sound a bit from when I started to now in order to please the mainstream. I've always been doing the music I'm doing now. I've always stayed true to myself, and the music has become more popular, and the mainstream has opened up to a lot of more instrumental tracks and stuff like that. And I've always been interested in doing these kind of really melodic, uplifting tracks. So you know, when I just kind of laugh when I see people, you know, telling me I've sold out or something like that, because I haven't changed anything, you know.
So I was wondering, do you find it bothersome at all when people say things like that? Because as you said, you've been creating the same sound for a very long time. So you haven't changed. The only thing that has changed is more people have discovered you. So does it feel weird to have people essentially hating on your success?
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning it bothered me, because you're like, oh yeah, I want to tell this person that it's not like that. You know, like, are you stupid? Just look at, you know, my music then or look at my music now. But then, you know, I just kind of notice the better things go, like everyone said, the more haters you get, like by default. And I mean, you can't say it to everyone, and I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway. So right now I just kind of like brush it off and don't really care that much. But obviously it's an annoying thing, but it's just something you have to overlook.
Rule number 6, find your creative process.
I'd say it's the number one most important thing. Every demo that we did started out as an acoustic version. So like we'd come up with the song from scratch, and then we'd do it with just like a vocal and a piano. And then I'd take those parts with me home, and then I'd make something of that. When it comes to production and then the samples I use for my kicks and drums and stuff like that, I've kind of narrowed it down enough now. I've gotten so much from my friends, and you know, in the scene too, we kind of share like the best samples and stuff. So I kind of have like a folder with, you know, these are the best sounds that I've, you know, that I love.
Rule number 7 is find your inspiration.
I could find the inspiration from like if I hear a really good house track, for instance, I can be like, oh, this would be cool, but you could do it like this instead, you know what I mean? So you get like inspiration, but then again you get inspiration from all types of music, really. I mean, you can listen to an old Ray Charles track and get really inspired by like just a certain rhythm or whatever, you know, and then try to make something out of that and try to make it into your own thing and stuff.
Rule number 8 is surround yourself with great people.
I feel really fortunate that I've been surrounded by so many good people. My manager and everyone who I've worked with has been with me from the start, and I think it's really important. When Ash discovered me first, I didn't really know how to DJ. You know, I was focusing on producing music and making music, so I didn't even know how I was gonna perform it, or if I was gonna perform it, if there's any way for me to perform it. When I met Ash, he just took it to a whole nother level, like professional. Like when I met him, he really took me out of nowhere and then really built my career, you know. And I wouldn't be here without that.
Rule number 9, my personal favorite, is love what you do.
I just feel so happy to know that I'm one of the few people who, you know, can actually say that I love what I'm doing, and to have gotten to the point where I'm at today, you know, it's amazing, and I still can't believe it.
So you've essentially made it. What's next on the agenda for Avicii?
Just keep doing it, keep building it for as long as I can, and for as long as I'm still loving it, you know, which is essentially what's been the most important thing for me since day one.
And rule number 10, the last one before the bonus, is have fun.
Blondes or brunettes?
Blondes.
I'm sorry.
Do you like to sing just in the shower or anything?
I sing, yeah, to myself.
Do
No one hears. Yeah. I really like, actually, I like being in the studio when no one hears me and I can sing and stuff, yeah.
Do you? What do you
Yeah,
sing?
I do.
Yeah?
I write stuff. I try to, well, I can't do it in front of anyone because I get super nervous and super shy straight away.
I'll sing it right. Do you want to sing something right now? I'll sing something with you.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
It's not
really?
gonna work. Yeah, you're
Oh,
not
I
gonna
thought
get
you
me
were
with
gonna-
that.
oh.
No way. That wasn't an in for me to try to do this.